Hello, good morning, Captain.
Good morning.
So, we have covered episode 10.
Yes.
Now, today is episode 11. And in the last episode, you got married.
Yes.
So, let's carry on from there how the life was
Yes.
post marriage.
I got married during the time the passenger ship was on the Bombay-Mombasa run, was being refurbished for 1 month. So that was a gap period for me. So I went and got married. I invited the purser of the ship, Satyanarayan Rao, who was also during India time on Bombay London run. He was the most experienced person. He used to look after the complaints from the passengers and also catering of the ship with thakkars. So he was a well-influenced man. So he came to my marriage, and then after my marriage, when the ship was ready to leave, I came on the ship. When I came on the ship, first thing I noticed was my second officer was one Mr. B.M. Talwar, who had sailed with me on earlier ships, and he was a very slack officer. So I was very particular about to study my officers, but how much I can rely on them. So that was the first thing I noticed, that I have to be careful with this, because he was very slack officer, not good at his work. Then the day of loading passengers came, and the passengers started coming. I said bye-bye to my wife, that I'll be just going for a month and all, and I'll be back. So at the sailing time, when the passengers started coming, in comes my wife. I was shocked. I looked at her, I said, who brought you? The purser had arranged with the company, talked to her and got her on board.
Oh, so that was a surprise.
She was sailing with me. That was a big shock to me. And then we sailed with 3,500 passengers. So out of 3,500 passengers, we had 150 cabins. So about 200 people stayed in the cabin. The rest were at bunks in the decks, and they were there. So that's how we did it. And the catering was by thakkars, who are even today famous in Bombay. And the food was Gujarati, because there were a lot of rich Gujaratis in Nairobi. They used to come to Bombay very often because their kids used to go for college to India. Out of which few of them, like 15-20 cars, I used to load. They used to come with their own cars. They were so rich. So we sailed from Bombay to Mombasa, and because this officer was the second officer, navigator, who did 12 to 4 watch. So I was not very happy to have him on board. So at 4 o'clock in the morning, suddenly I got up and went on the bridge before the chief officer took over. Before takes over from 4 to 8. I got there. We had first they recently installed a radar with a 50 miles range, and it takes about 5 minutes to click it and start the radar. It was the first very new. Those days everything was new. Otherwise, we went by stars and planets positioning our ship. And this fellow said, she's on this course, and I said, you hand over that to chief officer, but why haven't you started? We were about 25 miles from Mombasa. I said, why haven't you started the radar? You must see the coastline. He said, no, it's not working. He told me. So I started the radar, and he said, can I go down? I said, no, you don't. You hand over to chief officer, but you wait here. I clicked on the radar, and a line came just 3 miles in front of me. I was shocked. My heart sank. Suddenly I came down in the range, and I was only 15 minutes away from crashing on a big rock. You see what happens on the coastline depends upon the gravitational force of the moon and the sun and all. The currents flow very fast. So we were drifted 20 miles north, and that was a blank spot. I would have crashed the ship with 3,000 passengers on my maiden voyage. There.
That was like Titanic.
Yes, and all asleep when the passengers were asleep. See that, and as I tell you, I shudder even now after so many days.
I can imagine.
I was so shocked. I turned the ship around and stayed on, and got her.
And that was your kind of honeymoon trip because your
That
wife
was
was
on a honeymoon.
your wife was with you.
Yes. But see, my luck, this happened to me.
Yeah.
It's all because of Krishna, I can tell you that.
Yes, yes, definitely.
So anyway, we got into Mombasa. There I met my one of my very close friends, Captain Manohar Naik, who sailed with me on many ships. His wife was from Mombasa, and she was there. So
Is this same Mr. Nayak who used to walk here?
yes,
I've met him many times.
Yes.
Yes.
We have been on many times second officer, third officer, chief officer,
Hmm.
and we're very close friends for 50, 60, 70 years.
Yes, yes, I've seen him.
So I rang him her, she came on board, and she said, I was sailing for Dar es Salaam. He said, no, I'm taking your wife away with me. On a honeymoon trip, she took my wife away. And she said, I want to spend few days with her. And so 3-4 days she stayed with her. So I went to Dar es Salaam, went to Zanzibar, I came back.
What
So
a,
I can never forget her. And they became lifelong friends afterwards.
Hmm.
Because Captain Naik her husband was my friend.
Yes.
Never experienced. So anyway, that's what happened when the passengers come. That time I have to load their cars also. They are all fancy cars we had to, and they were all rich people. And I had to. That's the time I started drinking a bit because I had to satisfy the passengers.
Yeah.
See? I started
You have to say cheers to
cheers
them.
to them and all. Sometimes my wife also used to sit, newly married, but she used to sit entertaining them, gossiping them,
Yeah.
And our evergreen purser, Mr. Rao, was always there. He was very fond of me. So my reputation was sky high in the company.
And with your sense of humor.
Yeah. So I stayed there for nearly 18 months as a captain. Before I was offered a show job by Bombay Port Trust Deputy Conservator, Captain Rego, came to my ship and told me, I have 5 vacancies. I have got 100 applications. Please come and join us. At that time, we were married for a year when this happened. And then I had my first daughter. So when he offered me that, I started thinking. It became a tussle between me and the family and the ship, because I loved the ship so much and my family. Looking at my daughter and all, then I decided, okay, why not join Bombay Port Trust? Because same wages and only 2 to 3 hours work.
So you could give more time to the family.
Yeah, free accommodation, free transport. But my heart was with the ship. So, but first 6 months when you are training, they make you go with another pilot to train about piloting. But my heart was not there. Because I was all the time missing the ship. So after 6 months, suddenly they said, you start on your own. And that night I woke up. I said, look, if I'm going to be here, if I can't get out, I must be at least good pilot. I have to make my name here. Then I started keen interest in piloting. So first you go on 3,000 tons, then you go on 6,000 tons, then you go on 12,000 tons. That's how you are graded.
When you say piloting
I mean bringing ships from
into the harbor.
It's an art. Close quarters the captains don't. Only 10% of the ship's captain can. I have temperament to handle ship at close quarters. When it is, you can hit the rock, you can hit the jetty, you can damage it. So you have to know the local currents,
Local terrains. And
local currents, local waters. That's why. And on all ships behave differently. A passenger ship, according to the shape, according to their depths in the water, according to the engines.
Okay, so your life starts as a pilot now.
As a pilot, I have joined the Bombay Port Trust.
So we'll take that forward in our next episode.
Thank you.
Okay,
God
that
bless
was great. Goodbye.
you. Bye.